Welcome to Stories and Stationery. This is a brand new channel where we explore how planning, journaling, and storytelling can lead to peace and productivity in your work and throughout your life. I'm your host, Ebony. I have been an educator and author for more than 25 years. Today, I'd like to do a short plan with me of not my work planner or personal planner or even any of my journals. I'd like to set up a planner that just arrived from the Happy Planner, which is Cheers to Good Taste. This is a wine and spirits journal, so something of good cheer for the new year. Now, I know that many of you are avid practitioners of dryuary, but this is a really cool journal for once you finish with your dry period, or whether or not you are someone who likes to sip or imbibe, or if you're someone who does not drink alcohol at all. This is a journal that you can use for all kinds of drinks, from coffee to mocktails. If you find this kind of content useful, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and please share this video with a neighbor and a friend. It's the only way that other busy bees like you and me can find my channel. Thank you. Let's get into it. So, I found this Happy Planner, Cheers to Good Taste, when I was looking for planner inserts to talk about wine. I do enjoy a nice glass of wine, not necessarily every day, but I like food and wine. I like gourmet food, and I like really good sips. Sometimes I do indulge in a mocktail. Other times I will have that cocktail. And so in order to track what I am drinking or imbibing, as the gourmands say, or maybe they don't say that, I thought maybe I would start journaling about it. At one point, I thought I would create my own inserts on Etsy, and I thought, wow, this is great. But as I've said in previous videos, I have an extremely demanding day job. So that is not where I am at this point in time. And so, of course, Dr. Google revealed that Happy Planner does have a wine journal that they sell on their website, as you can see here. Well, first, I'd like to do a flip through. Then I think looking at these rings, these are the clear Happy Planner rings, and I'm not really a clear ring girl. I think I will use my ring system because I have some ring storage to change out the rings. And then the way that they set this up is so that you can track what you drink over the course of a month. And I don't drink enough personally to fill up a whole month. So I am going to divide this video into sections. Let's begin with the flip through. Let's look at the cover. It is wine colored with some rose gold or bronze highlights. I'll hold that up so you can see it. This is a Happy Planner classic size. And so one of the things I really like about Happy Planner is that all their covers are fully reversible. So this inside cover is a cover that even if you choose to place another cover on it, you can reverse this and you'll have a nice sort of cream stripe cover. So you have very faint gray stripes there. So this is very durable plastic where you can just wipe off anything that happens to it. And then on the back, you have the Happy Planner logo. But again, the covers are always reversible. So you have Plan a Happy Life here that you can use. And as I showed you in my other videos, you can place these inside wraparound covers. There are so many options for you. Disc-bound planning is very flexible, and just like a spiral notebook, you can turn the cover and turn the pages on themselves. So that's the back cover, inside back cover. See that? This is the outer back cover. And then we are back at the front. All right, let's get into it. Ooh, look at that. So I really like that divider. So you do have 4 dividers, and I'm going to go over each one because this is meant to be a 4-month journal tracking your wine, your spirits, your beer, and your cocktails or mocktails. So let's see what they say here. Every hour is happy hour. When we enjoy a glass of wine, cold beer, bubbles, or an inventive cocktail, it's fun to remember the exciting details, from flavors and occasions to places and faces. Use this journal to build a record of tasting notes and good times shared with your favorite people. So that is the inside cover, and actually just divider. I did not see any place in the journal to say this journal belongs to. Now, if there was a page like that in this was not in the shipment that arrived from Happy Planner. So you do have these 4 dividers. The next is Salud, Yamas, Cheers, Prost, and Saude, which is cheers in different languages, which is super cool. And it is a black divider with some, I guess that's dark tan, or it's kind of like an olive brown writing and divider tab to match. Again, you're supposed to be tracking this for 4 months, your consumption of adult beverages. Next is sort of a pink divider that has light brown stars, and there is sort of a dusty pink divider tab. And then the last divider is, or says, I'll drink to that. And then you have this sort of mauve, it's not really a true burgundy, it really is mauve, divider with pink writing, and then you have a darker pink tab. So I was instantly charmed by the tabs. I thought it was really cool, but here is why I think I'm going to switch it up. Let me go through a month in the journal and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. So let's get it where you can see it better. Again, new camera arriving shortly. Let's get to the front of this. Look at this, common drink glassware. So if you're like me, you did not grow up knowing the proper glass for very fancy place settings, and Happy Planner has given us a shortcut. Choice of glassware can enhance your tasting experiences. The guide below includes some of the most common glass types. Choice of glassware can enhance your tasting experiences. The guide below includes some of the most common glass types. All right, so first we have the glass for white wine. There is a universal glass. There is a red wine glass. There's a flute. You may have heard of champagne flutes, and then a coupe. I always thought a coupe was a car, but you know, again, my folks worked for the auto industry, so. All right, brews, which is a fancy way of saying beer. You have the pub or the pint glass, wheat beer glass, a big Pilsner glass, schooner glass, and an IPA glass. I didn't know those had specific glasses. And then here at the bottom, you have, again, the martini glass. I'm used to seeing the long-stemmed martini glasses. I suppose the original glass was short-stemmed. Then you have a hurricane glass. If you've ever been to New Orleans, you are familiar with that, even if you do not drink them. Coupe glasses, but this one looks a little different than the one that is for wine. Then you have a snifter glass and a rocks glass. I know the rocks glass as a tumbler, so yeah, that's a nice little handy guide. This makes me curious to know if there are other guides on the backs of the other dividers, and let's see. It doesn't seem so. You just have, let's see, going back, you have sort of these stripes, you know, black and gray stripes on this divider. You have the pink and light brown stripes on the back of this divider, and then you have the alternating mauve and deep brown, sort of burgundy brown on this divider. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go through everything here. I believe you have 4 types of pages to jot down your concoctions or your favorite thing, you know, your favorite sips. So the first kind of tab they have is the wine and bubbles tab. So you can see that there, wine and bubbles. So you do have wine at the top where you can, and a colon, that means you're supposed to write the kind of wine it is, the date of your tasting, the winery, the percentage of alcohol by volume, the price point, your rating. Then you have a place for classification, country or region, a place for the vintage or the age of the wine, the location, who you were with to share this wine, and the occasion. So you have plenty of information for some memory keeping. So say for instance, you had a wonderful birthday celebration, anniversary, you can talk about what you had, you know, and someone buys a bottle for the table, or if you're entertaining at home. Tasting notes, which is something you learn about when you go to a vineyard. You have the appearance or color of the wine. You have the aroma or bouquet. You know, you've seen fancy people on Sideways or movies, television, or even here on YouTube. You can certainly find content about how to choose wine on YouTube. If that is something that you are interested in, you can talk about the aroma or bouquet. Then there is an area for flavor or finish, and pairs well with what did you eat with it. And then you can put any additional notes. So that is the wine page. Let's see what's on the back of the wine page. You just have a second wine page. So that is the first kind of page you get. So, all right, so the second type of page, well, first, let's see how many wine pages you get. Here, let's see. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wine pages. Okay. Next, you have a page for brews. Some of you might be more into beer or microbrews instead of the wine. So here you have, let's see if I can get it there so you can see it. Great. Brewery, percent alcohol by volume, that's the ABV, the price point, and the rating. So this is similar to wine. Then you have the type or style of beer. So is it an IPA? Is it a Pilsner? Is it a lager? Again, there are so many folks on YouTube University who can teach you about this stuff if you want to get into it. The country or region of the beer. Where is it from? Was it a brew from your local microbrewery, or was it imported from halfway around the world, from Germany or from South Africa, both of which are noted for their beers? Then you have the location of the beer. Where did you have it? Who did you share it with? And what was the occasion? And then you have your tasting notes again. What did it look like? The aroma, bouquet, the flavor or finish, and the pairs well with, and any additional notes. And I am assuming that you perhaps get another 10 pages of brew. So let's see, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Yep, I was correct. Then you have a section for liquor and spirits. So again, you probably have much of the same information at the top here. Liquor, spirit, you put the name here, your date. Then there's a distillery, alcohol by volume percentage, price point, your rating, classification, the country or region, the age and barrel type, location, shared with occasion. And then you have the same for categories. What is the appearance or color, the aroma or bouquet, flavor or finish, and what does it pair well with, and additional notes. All right, I will, for the sake of this video, count up the number of liquor and spirits pages. I'm guessing it'll probably be 10. That's 5 front and back. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, and then the final section is the cocktail section. So if you have any kind of mixed drinks, the base spirit, so is it a rum drink? Is it tequila based? Is it vodka based? Is it gin based? Or whiskey based? Or some other spirit, maybe it's sake or something like that. The price point is here, so you can talk about how expensive it was. The rating, how was it mixed? Was it stirred, strained, blended, muddled, shaken, or other? What was the location of your imbibing or drinking? Who did you share it with, and what was the occasion? And then you can talk about the tasting notes, the presentation. Now, this would be a really cool place to paste in a photo. So one thing about cocktails or even mocktails is that the bartender typically does a really cool job garnishing it and presenting it well, and you can just preserve that. You could do that all over the place in this journal. You could really use it as a scrapbook. Ingredients, so what was in it, the flavor or finish, like what did it taste like, and then pairs well with. You don't have the aroma note because I don't think most people smell cocktails. Maybe they do. I think the only one that might have an interesting smell is, something that is smoked or prepared in a particular way. Additional notes at the bottom. And I would be willing to put money on the fact, if I gambled, which, let's see, I think that there are 10 of the cocktail pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's front and back. And so that is 40 pages, so 20 front and back per month for you to detail your drinking. Now, I do not personally have the liver nor the time to enjoy that much imbibing. But one thing that I noticed that's really cool about this journal, you have 4 types of things to drink for grown-ups. But you also have 4 tabs. So wouldn't it make more sense to make each of these tabs a section, and then this is a journal, and then this becomes a journal that you can keep for a number of years. I think it probably would take me 10 years to fill this up. Maybe it would take you a couple of years. Maybe you share it with your partner or your spouse and you both keep notes. And this is a journal that perhaps you could keep around your bar cart or your bar, or just in the kitchen next to your cookbook, so that when you're entertaining, you know exactly what it is that you would like to purchase again or make again to serve your guests. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to choose other rings. I don't have a new cover for it, so it will stay in this cover. Perhaps I'll flip it and use the alternate cover. And we are going to completely reconfigure this so that it works as a general guide for your bar. Okay, let's begin. So the first thing that I am going to do, based on what I've learned from Mary Ellen of Planning with Bumble, one of my favorite Happy Planner channels, is you have to take the covers off. It's easiest. So I take the covers off. It's always satisfying when you rip them off. It's like it gives it, kind of an ASMR feel. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate out each of the sections, and I'm going to put, you won't be able to see it because of this phone camera that I'm using, but I'm going to set the dividers over to the side off camera, and I'm going to make 4 piles of the pages so that then we'll be able to put things back together. So let's begin. While I'm doing this, just in case I choose not to speed this up later, I can talk a little bit about my journey with adult beverages, alcohol, wine, beer, spirits, and cocktails. So my family had kind of different people in the family had different approaches to alcohol. So my mom did not drink. She does not enjoy drinking. My father did drink. He is a military veteran, and he definitely was an alcoholic by the time that I was born. Miss him dearly. Anyone who knows me knows I love my dad. He was a great dad. He liked sipping. So did my grandfather. My grandmother was raised in the rural South, and she believed in traditional medicines for babies and kids. So I don't remember a time when I was not able to sip at home, but just not much. It just wasn't a thing that you really did like, or that me and my sisters and cousins, we didn't really want to do it. And then my dad passed away when I was 20 years old. And for a long time, I just would not drink. And I realized through therapy that because I am not an alcoholic, and sometimes I do like a glass of wine with my dinner, that is just not a healthy approach to anything in life. Because, you know, it's fine not to drink because of calories, because of addiction, but letting something have control over you like that is also, that was not my choice. Now, I totally respect everyone's choices. I think you should never force anyone to drink, ever. Like, there is no excuse to do it. At the same time, I definitely feel that if you drink, you need to drink responsibly. Just like with anything else, you need to eat responsibly. If you choose to smoke, tobacco smoke, we have lots and lots of evidence that the health benefits are not really as much there, but you know, people have legalized other kinds of smoking. So what I've done now is, you can't see the top of this unless I move it down. Let's see if I'll be able to move it up without pushing the covers up. And I don't think I can, so what I've done is I've separated out into the 4 categories. I do have the wine sheets here. I have the brews here. Oops, you can't see that. That's brews. Then you have, of course, the cocktails here. And then you have the liquor and spirit. Next time on Stories and Stationery, we will return to the Happy Planner Wine and Spirits Journal. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.